because of not only Thabo Bester or Dr. Nandipha has been living this double life, but so many people in South Africa are doing it. Unfortunately, they're the only ones who are caught up. On
he's on that Kabza level, nyana,
Sure.
DJ Stokie. So even Uncle Waffles, Uncle Waffles has been making trends on the news.
Peace, God.
You know Uncle Waffles?
Yeah, I know. She got a nice booty.
Yeah, she got a nice one.
Nice booty.
Yeah, but she.
Welcome to another episode of Peace of Mind. I'm here with my brothers. I don't know what we're going to be talking about for now, but yeah, man, it's just peace of mind. So we're going to see what's good, what's latest, what's hot, what's not.
Yeah, man, in no order, man, in no order. Welcome to another episode of Peace of Mind. Buffet to you can see today we are not just two.
Yeah.
We are four.
Me, man.
Yeah. So we have friends of the podcast, guys. We have friends of the podcast.
Yeah.
We have our two brothers here with us today. They're gonna be sharing with us. We're gonna be looking at the latest on the news, latest in their lives. We don't discriminate here, guys. Anything is welcome, and even the language. It's
a free flow.
It's a free flow, guys. It's a free flow.
Yeah.
So I think it's nice for the guys to introduce themselves. We'll start from my side.
Yeah. My name is Katlego Bereng. I'm from Tuamahanshe B3. Today I'm played with my brother here to have them in this place. Yeah.
With KG.
Yo, KG, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the show.
Yes, man.
This is podcast. It's a Peace of Mind podcast, man. It's Peace of Mind podcast. We share everything here. We talk about everything. Latest news, latest development, businesses around Tulamahashe, international news, Vladimir Putin being a wanted man. Everything. Even divorces. We
share.
Yeah.
Hands off Putin.
Yeah.
Hands off Putin. And on my side, I have my brother. Introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, thank you, Slim. My name is Hlayiseka. Today I'm going to be joining you on this podcast. It's something new for me.
Sure.
As Lassy has mentioned,
That's interesting.
I am a friend of the podcast, so I'm also looking forward to be with you, the viewers and listeners at home, wherever you are.
So Babalas, what's the scoop, bro?
Yeah, the scoop, guys. I think, man. There's been a lot that is happening in South Africa. I think if we've all been watching the news, we've seen the story of Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipha, Magudumana. That's a very huge surname.
Yeah.
So guys, what is your view on the whole thing that is happening? With Dr. Nandipha and this Thabo Bester. What are your views on those two guys? Especially from the time they escaped prison, the whole masterminding, and now they were on their way out of SA. They were arrested in Tanzania. They came back in South Africa. They've kind of like made a name for themselves through all this whole thing, and it kind of like goes to show the justice system in South Africa and our prisons. Are they the only ones who've been able to mastermind this whole thing of, living a double life? The public knows someone is arrested. The person is in and out of jail, man.
Yeah. I think from my side, it only goes to show that these systems, processes, and procedures that we think it's here in South Africa, it only applies if they want to catch a certain person. But to some people, the justice system does not really work, or it does not apply because of not only Thabo Bester or Dr. Nandipha has been living this double life, but so many people in South Africa are doing it. Unfortunately, they're the only ones who are caught up
Yeah, in some
only because of maybe they are celebrities, né? Or we've labeled them as a celebrities.
Yeah.
Imagine about the undercover people that are not known, people that are not even, we're not even thinking about, they are in our houses somewhere else in the rural villages, but they are doing these things.
Yeah.
So definitely our justice system needs to be tightened up, and there's a lot of things that as South Africans we need to look at. And for myself personally, I've learned that everything that one needs to do, if you invest your energy into it, you can literally do it. Because if I choose not to look at the bad side of anything, but to say what is that I'm learning from that. From those two people, I'm learning a lot. As much as business wise, personally, in all aspects, in everything, I'm learning a lot. And each time I look at their story in my business, I take notes of certain principles, which is if you need something, you need to plan and do the thorough planning and network, and then more network and more network, because of those people, they would have never been able to escape jail in and out if their network were poor, or they were not networking. There were a lot of people involved. The justice system, the justice, the SAPS, you name it, the securities, home affairs, this department, what do we call it, the foreign foreign affairs, they were also part of that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that teaches us a lot.
And just to come in, when you're saying it kind of like teaches you a lot. Imagine the guy was able to run businesses while behind bars. First of all, he had access to cell phone.
Access to banking systems.
Yeah,
Who was
access
the
to the
banker
internet.
was working with him? He used it.
So it kind of like teaches you a lot that.
Imagine how many people inside would do that kind of access.
Yeah. And also, with the whole escape thing, you kind of like go to ask yourself, for the longest of time he was out. Imagine if the guy, he had some sort of revenge to come and, revenge on other people who kind of like got him in jail.
Sure.
He could have killed them.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
Yeah, in a sense.
Maybe he did because of, like he had ample of time to do it. He had people working for him while he's inside.
Yeah.
So you could have hired a whole lot of hitmen to go and do whatever the tweak that he wanted them to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And some people died on his escape, right?
Yeah. Some people died on him escaping, because recently somebody or someone who was disidentified as is it Thabo Bereng? Katlego Bereng. So he was that's his name. That's his name. It's Katlego.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So the guy was recently identified, and they say that he was sneaked into prison. He is the one whose body was burnt in the prison cell where he was, wrongfully said to have been Thabo Bester. He was cremated and
So
stuff.
was he murdered from outside the jail, or he was murdered inside the jail?
There are a lot of questions that are hanging, as to whether he was murdered before he got in, or whether he was murdered outside, or they found him dead and just took his body, and who killed him.
And with all of these things, what took me back, it was the South Africans. What is all this teaching our children, and daughters out there? Because we're raising sons and daughters now. When they look at such things, it looks as if you will need to flourish in South Africa, you need to be behind bars for you to come back strong, for you to come back with the strategy. Because our brothers outside, they are more powerless, busy with Ngaupes and whatnot. You name it all. But if you need to think thoroughly and be rehabilitated, it looks as if the prison is the place to get back your mind, to get you back into thinking, to make you strategize. So we will be raising kids who only want to go to prison because they know they will get their power back. Because people get educated there. You leave your young boys while they're outside, they drink and smoke. They never care about studies. If they go to jail, they study. So it looks like the good place, there's more life than there is life outside.
But then if you go and listen to some guys who've been in jail and they tell you of the condition in jail, they're saying it's a space that is so not nice.
Yeah.
It's a space that, yes, if maybe you are there, you are serious about your education, it becomes a very nice space. Maybe because outside education was going to cost you a whole lot of money. But inside, they will tell you there's a lot of trauma that you go out with. You see someone getting killed in front of your eyes. And imagine how many people are getting killed there.
Joining gang members.
During gang members, you have to take sides. If you fall into the wrong side, you get killed for things that you don't even know.
But remember, what
So the thing is that those kind of things they don't trend.
They don't trend.
But
the media is portraying this Thabo Bester as the hero. So our kids will grow up thinking those are the only things. If you go behind the bars, you think you're supposed to judge, you come out like you're in a movie. They don't show the deep ish that the prisons are having, like the lockdown, kind of vibes. They don't really show that.
Yeah, but there is story shot Thabo Bester. I mean, she said here, he kind of like did something. I think I watched this other podcast sometime. It was Podcast and Chill, where there was this other ex-convict who was there. His name is Branani. This guy was explaining that Baisalabanga Komiwa, Abaku, at some point they will release them, and then over the night to go and commit serious crimes outside during the night. Then once they are done with those crimes, they will come back in jail because okay, if you guys can go out and scare off this other person or maybe kill this person, we're gonna give your families a whole lot of money. We're gonna give you a whole lot of money. So they were allowed outside. And some of those people who are allowed outside, people who have been arrested because of murder, rape. They have nothing to lose, bruh. Some of them you find
not coming back. You're not coming back, whether you behave or you don't behave. You've got life sentences, more 3 or 4 life sentences.
So bangwan bari vele abakota kuthelela vele because they will be fooled into thinking they're gonna be given money. And once you have killed my enemy outside, there's nothing that is really forcing me to give you money. There's no proof that I even sent you outside.
They can even kill you from inside.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing that happened to AKA recently. They're saying you might find that when Labanga AKA, it's not people who were already outside. It's people who were taken outside of jail to go and commit that crime.
They did not even understand what the fuss is about this guy.
Like, okay,
they've lost touch.
They've
lost touch with this guy. They are not emotionally involved with this guy, so it's much easier. Because one thing, something, you need somebody who's detached from the person, so that it doesn't really have effects after.
Yeah, so very simple. And you can't have really someone who is a Fenya aka or Bambaza aka. Already that person is thinking on an emotional point of view.
And after killing the person, that's what some emotions people might really notice when he's panicking because of something is wrong. It's already emotionally involved with the person.
And already very difficult for my parents to that person, because what happens is that already
investigate.
Obviously.
It's crazy. Bring out on a very important thing. Who you might be looking for the killer in the midst. I won. This is legend because of you already thinking
it's their own case.
That's notice that our minister of what is minister of police or I think it's like he's directly involved in the killings of your AKA, the escapes of your With Thabo Besters. So you don't know, Chief.
Yeah, you know that one.
Even if it's directly or indirectly, but who involved?
Yeah.
On this,
Yeah.
because
The
of
police are involved.
Zoba, the minister
Of justice, whatnot.
of justice or police and whatnot. You are already direct or indirect involved,
Yeah.
and they should be doing something about it.
If your
But
people are
unfortunately, they're not doing anything.
yeah.
They're not doing anything.
But then, while we're still on that, guys, look at the way in which crime is strife these days in South Africa, man. It's so easy to kill someone
And get away with it.
and get away with it. How many times have you watched the news lately? You see a taxi boss was murdered in front of other people, daylight, bruh.
It's the same thing that happened here. Kwala Bush, ne? Just to take it home. Kwala Bush, that chief, we were 30, I think 36 or 37, what can I miss?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Bangene Dubula Kaya, ne?
Yeah.
A few weeks down the line, the young wife, the age of 30 to 33, Naya Bangduli, the same time, but nothing has been done. On this, Kombaku, a human life has reduced its value to nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, today you can be alive, tomorrow Uber, and nobody's gonna say anything. No police is gonna take an account, or there's not gonna be any case. Lay up until one as a and life will move on just like that. But in God is chaos, ne? Now that you see you mentioning even the police are criminals. Even the justice system, which is your judges and whatnot, are criminals. Even now these perpetrators are criminals. Even the offenders and the offendees and whatnot are criminals. How do we think we can go forward and approach this? Because clearly we are here, we don't know when is Jesus Christ coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know when am I dying. I don't know when is, now we've just got kids. Maybe God has given our kids 90 years more to go.
Yeah.
Like, what's gonna happen now?
Katika, but
What's gonna happen?
Katika, but I think we have touched some few keys here, so maybe we can continue on the next episode. I don't know.
Oh, I think we still have time, Chief. We still have time. Yeah. I think just to close it down, Mr. Mpumalanga Pageant is happening this weekend on the 27th, which is tomorrow, right? Yeah, the 27th of April. I think it's being hosted. You know this place? I'm not
I'm not
Yeah, in Nelspruit, man. Yeah, I've seen some familiar faces there. Yeah, we've been sitting with a modeler here, Mr. Slim.
Okay. Yeah, it's forward.
What is this one
Yeah. All for those things.
So yeah, man, I'm all for local things, man. I'm all for local things. Whenever there's something
But I think,
popping.
About that, on the Mr. Mpumalanga thing that I can say, for those young men in the Bushbuck region and even out of Bushbuck region that are looking forward to partake in this, in the Mr. Mpumalanga for 2023-2024. What I can say is let them get vested in knowledge. Because I've seen so many people not really adding value into the society because of they can't really represent anything and give advice when it comes to the real life issues. So the first thing, it's not for them to focus on how they look. It's because a man will never ever be beautiful, but they must focus on adding value into their own society. Let them be more innovative and be informed. I'm not saying they should hold degrees in whatnot, but let them become informed individuals. Like now, if we talking about the crime rates in la South Africa we le ngopfu ne
Yeah.
ba kota ku add value
Yeah.
ka that topic.
Yeah.
So ni vone ba Mr. South Africa ta loko the questions to vutisiwa wa swi vona ku laniwa community nge pfuni because anga koti ku vulavula. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's so sad
That
that
person
your
can't even
fellow
help himself.
your fellow brother I'm going to represent.
Yeah.
So let them go to school, let them get informed. Information is power. Let them get vested in more knowledge so that when they have such platforms, they can be of influence, they can add value, they can give back to the community, not necessarily by buying tangible items,
Yeah.
but by impacting more knowledge
Yeah,
to the young ones.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, and leadership and guidance.
Yeah.
And you can't guide people if you don't know where the road is going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, I think just to close it off, probably here we have DJ Stokie's fans. You know DJ Stokie, the musician. Yeah, he's releasing an album. I think tomorrow.
Just said that his music is nice.
Yeah.
He's like the coolest.
Yeah.
Piano shit.
He's on that Kabza level, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, DJ Stokie. So even Uncle Waffles, Uncle Waffles has been making trends on the news.
Peace, God.
You know Uncle Waffles?
Yeah, I know. She got a nice booty.
Yeah, she got a nice one.
Nice booty.
True, we were still on Uncle Waffles. You know. I was still saying, Uncle Waffles rose to fame, like, in the speed of light.
Who's Waffles? Never heard of Uncle Waffles.
You don't know Uncle Waffles?
She's this other mom, TIMT. She's this other mom, she got a good.
She got it.
So Uncle Waffles is actually a woman. It's not a man.
Yeah.
So why the name Uncle Waffle?
Come from.
Maybe she was a
Hey,
good
man.
Vinny.
Hey, man. But
I
I'm
should think
thinking.
of coming up with a name for myself. I mean, people that are taking for Uncle
You
Waffles.
wanna be auntie? You wanna be auntie?
But you
wanna be auntie?
She's trans.
I know. She has a boy, but she has a boyfriend. She got a shout out from Drake, I think, within 3 months of a stardom career. Bro.
Yeah.
Don't call
Shout out
she's
from
crazy.
Drake.
Drake wanted to child. Drake wanted to child.
You said you had what? That she's what?
She's
Transgender.
trans. Yeah.
That's not true, bro.
In
That's
South
not true.
Africa
It
these
can't
days,
be.
in South Africa these days,
No.
remember this woman that was said that she slept with dating Gaddafi. The guy was dating in generation. When you look at that woman, you would not see a sign of a man.
Yeah, there's even this one on the Instagram. I've seen.
But that one, she's a bottom within the lesbian field.
Sure.
What was the name? There, I remember.
Not trans.
Queen. What was this name?
You mean the one that was dating who?
The one who was TED.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. On Generations.
Yeah.
That lady was dating Gaddafi on
Oh
Generations.
no, I don't mean her.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
mean
you mean
that one I know
Gaddafi.
she's a-
Gaddafi.
That one, I know she's a lesbian. I'm talking about Gaddafi was dating a trans woman, meaning a man, who transition into a woman. But when you look into that woman, I'm telling you, most of other people's wives are not anything compared to that man.
No. What you're saying, I've seen it. I think I remember when it made the news that this guy was chowing a transgender woman, and people were looking at him in a certain way, like this guy he can chow any chick.
She's a woman, dog. There's this one
She's a woman.
Sabrina calls her dog. She can get it.
He can chow.
I can chow, dog. Why not? She's a woman.
She's a woman.
She got boobs and whatnot, so why not chow?
Yeah, that's not a woman, but
It's
that's
a woman, dog.
Nah,
For
nah.
as long as you can see a woman without the mustache, you know, she got the boobs, dog, the booty, dog.
Hey, but Uncle
Yeah.
Waffles, bruh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Uncle
Uncle
Waffles,
Waffles is
man.
fine.
I think I should go on Google and check it.
Yeah, she's a DJ, man. She's a DJ. I think we're just taking it away from her. She's a
But
DJ.
apart from her being hot, what's good about her?
She's a DJ. You remember that song Adiwele?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there was this other video that went viral with
Yeah.
her dancing while behind the decks. That's the video that made her go viral. And next thing, she's a big name in the industry. She's touring all over the world, bruh. She made a song not so long. It's titled Tanzania. She has a new song even now. Yeah, she even used to wear a G-string and she'll put the G-string here and they'll pop out when she's on stage.
And she just did a song with this other homie of mine, EQ the Dreamer, shout out to Mfana, yeah.
She did a song with the guy.
Yeah.
And while we're still on local news, you said something about cotton.
Cottage Italy.
Cottage, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Cottage.
there's iSocial this weekend, on Saturday there's iSocial, and I think tomorrow there's a Freedom Day, yeah. And even let me tell you, there's last Saturday.
There's last Saturday,
Yeah.
This weekend.
Yeah. So
right.
it's gonna be popping, man. It's gonna be happening.
So
Even
all the
the
parties
village,
must
it's happening. Hey, it's gonna be happening.
And not forgetting our partners, Dakarai
Shout out.
B&B.
Yes. Those that want to, a place kubatlela kona ya kahle, Dakarai call it to be.
That's the place to be.
Just give them a call. I mean, they'll sort you out.
But even the name,
If you've got some honeys,
even the name is so nice,
Oh,
Dakarai.
yeah.
if you've got some
Dakarai.
honeys, and then you want to Dakarai there, you can.
Dakarai them there. Alright.
So I think man, that concludes it for the day. Or maybe is there anything you guys wanna say?
Nothing much, just for people to be safe there after. I mean, it's a long weekend.
It's a long weekend,
Most people are
We're gonna
bound
be
to.
traveling from Gauteng
home.
to this side. So drink responsible, guys. Be safe.
Drink more water.
Don't drink and drive.
And
Yeah.
also
Drink
subscribe,
water.
guys, and also
Yes,
And
subscribe.
then sit there, subscribe. Subscribe.
Yes,
And
so-
tell your friends to tell their friends
To subscribe.
Who's young for Waffles? She's a young one.